Are you thinking about taking a cruise in 2025 or 2026 and you're not sure where to start, but the idea of taking a cruise really excites you? Then you're going to want to watch this video. I've got the 5 things you're going to need to know in order to book that perfect cruise. Let's swing in.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Pack your bags, let's hit the gravel.
To Monkey Love Travel, my name is Jason. I am Mr. Monkey Love. Thanks for joining us today. So, as I just mentioned, we have the 5 things you're going to want to know to make the perfect cruise in 2025 or 2026 or 2027, whenever. It's the 5 things you're going to need to know to book the perfect cruise for you and your family. Number one, you're going to want to evaluate your budget. Without knowing your budget, you're kind of going to be lost. You're just going to be, shooting in the breeze, so to speak, or shots in the dark, flapping in the breeze. Take your analogy and insert it here. So if you know what you want to spend overall, or if you know what you want to spend monthly, because yes, you can pay for a cruise monthly. There's all kinds of options to help you with that. You can even go so far as to book your cruise pretty far out, and that actually gives you the best deal value overall. So again, know your budget, plan things out with that, and then once you got that budget figured out, then you can start researching cruise lines that will fit that budget. Okay. So number two, in my eyes, it's probably the most critical, and that is, considering the destination that you want to go to and the itineraries that cruise is built around. And what I mean by that is, it stopping at multiple ports? Is it stopping at a private island? Things of that nature. And then, knowing what the destinations are. Is it a Caribbean cruise? Is it a Mediterranean cruise? Is it an Alaska cruise? You're going to want to know where it is you want to go, and then you can kind of see what happens from there. See what the budget's going to allow you to build off of as far as the itineraries go. But it's a crucial item to know to make it the perfect cruise. Cruise lines go all over the world. You've got, like I said, Alaska, the Caribbean, the Mediterranean, Antarctica, the Scottish Highlands, Italy, the British Isles, Mexico, the Black Sea, and just a lot more. There is what they call the World Cruise. It's like 120, 130 days. There's several of them out there, but they literally go from pole to pole, or just all over the world. I mean, there's all kinds of them out there that will suit what you want to do. Number three, determine the ideal ship size. And when I speak of the ship size, you're talking about, the small ships are usually somewhere under 800 passengers. A small to mid-size ship is anywhere from 800 to 1,500 passenger. And then you have your mid-size ships, which is usually around 1,500 to 2,500 passengers. Then you have your large ships, which is 25 to 3,500 passengers. And then you have the mega ships, and that's anything over 3,500 passengers. The larger and the mega ships are likely to be more of your party ships, your adventure ships. They're the ones with all the bells and whistles, with the slides, the different zones for the kids, and, roller coasters, and some bumper cars, and the go-kart track. Sorry, lost track of thought there. They also have a lot more options as far as specialty restaurants and, restaurants that are included. So again, consider the size of the ships. If you want smaller is really going to play into more of the luxury style. The mid-size or the small to mid-size are usually going to be the river cruises. And, there's a lot of those through Europe. They're a little more maybe customizable. They're a little more low-key, less of that party atmosphere. Take into consideration these things. Do your research. There is a ton of YouTube videos case in point, that you could be watching, you're researching. So if this video doesn't do it for you, I'm sure there's somebody else out there who does. Again, take your time, research your opportunities. It's going to help you plan, the best cruise for you and your family. All right, number 4. This is going to be access to onboard amenities and activities that you want. And I just spoke on some of those, depending on the type of ship you want. Are you seeking the big shows, a casino, the kids zones, and the water parks and slides, the restaurants, nightclubs, the theme parks? I mean, not theme parks, the theme nights that they offer. That's what I'm talking about when I'm saying the access on board and activities. Consider those. If there's nothing that really appeals to you, or if you're looking for more of ones like, for instance, Star of the Seas is going to have a Back to the Future musical. That sounds exciting to me. So we will eventually want to go on Star of the Seas. There's carnival ships that have a roller coaster on them. If that appeals to you, factor those in to your decision to make the best cruise for yourself. And number 5, and this has several parts to it, is, again, reviewing cruise reviews and videos. And then some of the things to factor in when you're doing those reviews and watching those videos is, 1, the customer satisfaction. Are customers leaving the ship satisfied with their overall experience? Are they happy? Are they not happy? Did they have a miserable time? Did they have a fantastic time? Second part of that is the staff friendliness. How did the staff treat you? I mean, not you. How did the staff treat them? Would they recommend that staff member to someone else? And what I mean is, hey, ask for so and so if you're, at this bar, or say hello to the cabin steward so and so. Those are the things that really stand out when people are doing reviews and making recommendations on if they like the cruise or not. Then the third part of that is a cruise value. Are people leaving the ship thinking, hey, you know what? I really thought everything was worth what I spent for that cruise. Would I do that again? And that's leading into one of the probably the most critical things for whether we determine if we want to go on that cruise or not. If people are saying absolutely would go on that again, then they enjoyed their overall experience. And it's hard to dispute, any negatives they may have had if they're saying that they will go again. One of the other things is a lot of people, it's really subjective though, is the food quality. If you go into it expecting, Michelin stars on everything, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you're going into it expecting it just everyday food that, you and I can get right now, then you're probably going to be pretty happy. There's a lot of things that are just, okay, yeah, that's cruise food. That's buffet food. Nothing stands out there. But then there's other parts of it that are also included going, wow, that was a fantastic meal. And it didn't cost me any extra. These are things that you really want to factor into whether you want to know if it's a perfect cruise for you or not. All right. So factor in all these things, evaluate your budget, consider the destinations on the itineraries, determine the ideal ship size, access to onboard amenities and shows, cruise reviews and videos. All those things are the top 5 reasons, or the top 5 things you're going to want to know to plan that perfect cruise. So if you found this video helpful in any way, please consider giving us a like and subscribe. It really does help the channel grow, and we can put out more videos just like this to help new cruisers, experienced cruisers with information they are seeking. And if you could take a time out and you want to, check out more videos, please check out this video on what you should know before booking your 2025 cruise. And until next time, swing into adventure.
Monkey love, oh monkey love, travel. Pack your bags, let's hit the gravel.